And yeah, I wasn't really a big fan, so I'm just gonna say it's
10 o'clock, feeding for the guap.
Hey YouTube, it's your friendly neighborhood natural Lex, or you may know me as Chocolex on YouTube, and I'm back with another natural hair video for you guys today. So in today's video, y'all already know by the title, I'm going to be doing did we really like it or was it just popular? Natural hair edition. I completely got this entire video concept from none other than Miss Jackie Ina. I watched her video. She was the one who came up with this concept. Except with her, she did makeup products and techniques and stuff. So I decided to put a little natural twist on it. I have this little sticky note with some products and brands and stuff related to natural hair, and I'm just gonna go through them and I'm gonna give my opinion on whether I feel like if we really liked it or if it was, you know, just hyped up. This is just my opinion. Please don't take it to heart. I am hoping that nobody does this video before I can put mine out, you know, besides Jackie. But I'm having to refilm this. So this is my second time doing this video because in the first one I did not like my makeup. So I came up with these on my own. These are just some things that I feel like, you know, kind of took the natural hair community by storm. First up on the list, we have Shea Moisture. I'm gonna say that we really like Shea Moisture. You know why? Because during its prime, Shea Moisture was doing everything that it needed to do for the girls. Right after my first big chop, which took place in early 2014, I really didn't know too much about brands. Really, everything that I knew was Cantu, Cream of Nature, and Shea Moisture. And of course, Cream of Nature and Cantu, those were the more budget-friendly products. By the way, I was in college during my first big chop. So Cantu was definitely one of the fan favorites because it is more pocket friendly for my college curlies, and I was one of those college curlies. So when I first seen Shea Moisture, I remember their products used to be, you know, a little bit more up there in comparison to Cantu. And when I started using Shea Moisture, you know, I thought that I was that girl. I think that they had a lot of different lines. You know, they had the Jamaican black and castor oil or whatever, African something, the brown one. They had the coconut and hibiscus. Coconut and hibiscus still does have a nice little place in my heart because that conditioner was everything. I'm gonna say we did really like Shea Moisture. It was not just a trend. And the curl enhancing smoothie, that curl enhancing smoothie was top notch, period. I no longer use Shea Moisture products. You know, we kind of canceled them a few years ago when they pulled that little stunt with the commercial that wasn't too inclusive. But yeah, I say we really like Shea Moisture. I can't really speak for them now, but they did have their time. And honestly, people could still be using Shea Moisture, but there's just so many other brands out right now that I feel like we kind of migrated toward different things, you know. No hard feelings, no shade. Eco Styler. Off rip, I'm telling y'all, Eco Styler was just popular. We did not really like Eco Styler. I keep saying we, I really mean I. But when I say we, that's really just me being very extra. Like, please don't take that serious when I say we. I never liked Eco Styler. It always made my hair flake. I remember when Eco Styler was like the thing. Everybody was using it on their wash and goes. That and like I think the curl enhancing smoothie from Shea Moisture. And yeah, I wasn't really a big fan, so I'm just gonna say it's popular only because of the price. That price point, you really cannot beat it. So it was just popular, period. Next up, the Wetline gel. I like the Wetline gel, okay? In comparison to, you know, its other little friend that we was just talking about a couple minutes ago, I feel like Wetline is way better because for one, I feel like it's more smooth and it doesn't leave your hair as hard. I think it's a very good gel to work with. We like the Wetline. It's also pretty reasonable in price as well, and it smells good. Next up, Style Factor. Travel with me back in time, maybe to like 2 years ago, mid-2019. Do y'all remember when all the girls started using the Style Factor? I feel like I seen Natural Rain and Kimberly Sherrill use it first. And when they had mentioned the price, you know, the Style Factor gel, the styling gel, it's pretty much like $13, $14, maybe even $15. And when I first seen it, I was like, who is paying that much for some gel? But then I finally broke down and got it because everybody kept talking about it and how they come in these nice little scents. I'm gonna say that we do like the Style Factor styling gel. However, that stuff will have your hair on Cheeto. It will be so crunchy. Some people don't like that. Me, I didn't really mind because you know why? That definition, the definition is on 10, okay? Definition from the Style Factor styling gel is unmatched. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, my hair be hard as hell, but the curls. We like Style Factor. Well, I like Style Factor. Swirly baby hairs. So back in like 2014, 2015, I kind of feel like we were not obsessed with having our baby hairs all swirled and curled, okay? And maybe it's due to the fact that a lot of girls now are wearing, you know, the lace fronts. Back in the day, 2013, 2014, we were not doing all that extra stuff with our baby hairs. I feel like that became more popular as we were getting more into the wigs and weaves and frontals and sew-ins and stuff. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just what I noticed. And so as we progress into that, like there's a big obsession with the swirly curly baby hairs. My edges are not thick like a lot of other people, so I do not slick down my hair. I kind of just let my edges do what they want to do. Like right now, they're just chilling. Some of y'all be having y'all edges work overtime, having your baby hairs on overtime, swirling them down every single day. I can't do that because my edges are already thin, so I cannot, you know, do all that extra every single day. I'm gonna say they're just popular just because of, you know, the times that we're in right now. I will be very interested to see in 5 years whether or not we're still doing all the extra stuff. And also as you get older, it's some stuff that we have to retire at a certain time, or some stuff that we need to like just do less of as we get older. I hope I didn't step on anybody. Let me just move to the next one. Next up, celebrity hair care brands. And yeah, y'all already know we don't really like celebrity hair brands. They're just popular. The one that I'm thinking about, I was on the fence of, you know, trying it out, going back and forth with myself. I was like, ooh, this will make some good content for the channel, especially when it first dropped. But then I kept seeing reviews that just were not the best, and I decided that that was not gonna be in the plans for my hair. And I just left it at that. My thing is, when it comes to hair products in general, if it's not a staple, like something that I know is going to make a difference within my hair, I think I could go without. And I just feel like a lot of these celebrity hair care brands, they don't have the staple products. It's kind of just like trendy to try out. DIY hair products. Now, y'all know, there was like a little moment in time where everybody was obsessed with doing like the DIY hair mask and making hair mask out of stuff that's in your kitchen. I did not like them, but I feel like the natural hair community did. And the only reason that I feel this way is because I'm just lazy. I don't want to be Betty Crockering it up in the kitchen to make a hair mask. First person that comes to mind is Natural 85. She was like the DIY queen, and I feel like we all, like within our natural hair journey, we've all watched at least one of her videos. I just can't get with it, but I feel like the natural hair community like that because they felt like it was more, you know, natural. Like you kind of know for a fact the things that are going into your hair because you're making it yourself. I do see the benefits of it. That's just not my ministry. Bentonite clay mask. Y'all already know we like the bentonite clay mask. The bentonite clay mask was not just trendy. It was not just a moment. It was not just here for a good time. I don't use it all the time, but the times that I have used it, it does what it needs to do. And that's that on that. We like the bentonite hair clay mask. I think she's gonna be here for, you know, a while. She will be. Next up, rice water. Oh my god, me doing that motion is so funny because I don't have any hair anymore. Wow. Rice water kind of falls into that category of the DIY stuff that I was just talking about that I didn't like. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say that we don't really like the rice water. It was just popular. I'm saying that with my whole chest because when you think of all your naturals now that you watch on YouTube, how many of them are still doing the rice water treatments? This is not me being smart. This is a legitimate question. Think about it. Let me know. It's just an observation of mine. I remember when everybody was doing it. I had chosen not to do that because I just felt like I didn't need to. I would just say that rice water had its time. It did have its time. Hair paint wax. The hair paint wax had the natural hair community in a choke hold. Do you hear me? Take yourself back to that time where you got on Instagram and your favorite natural hair influencer who said that they were never ever ever dyeing their hair pops up on a TL with purple hair, and then you scroll and it's like, JK sis, it's just hair paint wax. I actually have a video up on my channel when I use the Gemini Naturals hair color gel. That video is a couple years old, but it was cute. I had chose blue. It was cobalt blue, and I was a real cute blue head, okay? We like the hair paint wax. It gives you an opportunity to switch it up, kind of go for a different vibe. No damage. It is kind of messy. It does transfer. I don't care what anybody says. And then when you're done with it, you just wash it out and go about your business. I remember when the only hair paint wax that was out was literally, I think, Mofajang. I think that's how you say it. And you can only get it off of Amazon or something. Somewhere online. Girl, now As I Am got their own hair color gel. Wax stuff. Curlsmith has some, like, it's everywhere. You can go in your beauty supply store and find some. I feel like it's kind of dying down now. So some people might say that it was just popular, but I feel like because of some of these newer brands that's, you know, popping out with it, like, you know, As I Am, Curlsmith, it's kind of keeping the spirit alive a little bit with the hair paint wax. Next, the pineapple. So I'm just go ahead and say it. I didn't realize how non-inclusive the pineapple was until I tried it myself, basically. I feel like the pineapple only helps for girls with long hair. And I can say that with confidence because now I don't have long hair. If I wanted to pineapple my hair, what? How? Girls with shorter hair, we have to find something else that will allow for us to preserve our styles. To be completely honest, since this happened, I just been putting my bonnet on and going to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I take it right off and do one of these. I think the pineapple was just popular. Even when my hair was longer, I found that putting it in multiple ponytails and not just one at the top of my head was a much better situation for you, girl, but you know, that's just me. Next up, wave formers, curl formers. They're just popular. We don't really like them. Why? Because curl formers, you can get the same result by using some flexi rods or some perm rods. I kind of understood the hype only because it was something different. We had never seen it before, but the end result to me just didn't look any different than a flexi rod or a perm rod. As far as wave formers, like, y'all, did we not appreciate the crimps that we used to wear when we were younger? Did anybody ever get their hair crimped? I got my hair crimped. To me, I just think the end result for those, like, you could use what we already had, period. I think a lot of people would try to make it out like the curl formers and the wave formers was like less work, which in a way, I guess it is, but you using that little handle stick and pulling your hair through, like, that's some energy, that's some time. Next up, apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar had the natural hair community in a chokehold for a minute. Why? Because everybody was saying that it will clean your scalp, it'll get rid of your like debris and build up from your products or whatever. I, for one, did try ACV at one point in time. I diluted it with some water, sprayed it in my hair because I heard that it was good for buildup. I will say that it did loosen up my buildup, but it kind of made it like more mushy, and I didn't really like that. And we actually now have brands that are now incorporating ACV within their products. And I think that might be a little bit more convenient. Another thing is ACV does stink. So I'm going to say that we don't really like ACV. Let me not, because we do use ACV in the bentonite hair clay mask. I'm gonna go with both. It's just popular and we do like it. It is a key component in the bentonite clay hair mask. But as far as using it for like in your daily routine, I really feel like don't nobody do that anymore. If you still use ACV in your routine, like regularly, routinely, weekly, don't stop on account of me. You do what you do. I just know that when I use ACV, I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna be something that I do all the time. Unless I'm doing that mask part. The last thing that I have on my list is detangle brushes, and y'all already know what I'm about to say. We actually do like the detangle hair brushes. Now, when I think about what it was like when I first big chopped, we were only detangling with either wide tooth combs or Denman brushes. And let me tell you, the Denman brush had its time where it was running rampant in the natural hair community. We were all using that dang brush to freaking detangle our hair, and it was terrible. If you still use a Denman brush to detangle your hair, please, for the love of God, please stop. Sis, this is not 2013. We have other utensils that we can use now. Felicia Leatherwood, ever since I bought my Felicia Leatherwood, is like, I saw a light. We got the Easy Detangler. Everybody seems to love the Easy Detangler. I guess you could say I like it too. I didn't buy the real one though. I bought the fake one off Amazon. Tangle Teaser, I really didn't enjoy the Tangle Teaser too much, but some of y'all swear by the Tangle Teaser. When I say detangle brushes, I'm talking about Felicia Leatherwood, Easy Detangler, and Tangle Teaser. I would say that we actually really like those. I feel like once you find one that you like, you kind of stick with it. That becomes like your one. I went through everything on my sticky note, sis, and that was the last thing that I had. Let me know if y'all want me to do a part 2. I can totally do that. But if I do a part 2, y'all are gonna have to give me some things that y'all want to be included in part 2. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and follow your girl on Instagram, Clubhouse, and TikTok, all at By Me Alexis, and I will see you guys in my next video.
They just won't get closer to me, getting colder to me. You ain't no one to me. They won't fuck me over, my team way too cautious, we too sober to leave at 10 o'clock, feeling for the guap.